Hi guys, welcome back to Nifty Challenge. So this will be a continuation to the options learning video. So in the last video, I'll just give a quick recap. I showed you that what happens with the implied volatility basically, and how you are stuck in your position. You buy a CE, you buy an ATM CE, the market goes up by some points, and even then you still make loss on the CE, and that happens because of the change in implied volatility. Now there are some important things which you need to learn. One will be what is gamma, what is delta, what is beta, what is theta value, what is vega value. There are a lot of things that control the prices of the options data. So here I'll show you first an example of what is a beta value. In terms of beta value, see, to be very precisely explain you what is beta. See, there is a Nifty 50 stock, suppose Mahindra and Mahindra. What happens when the Nifty goes up by 10%? There are some stocks which goes up by 20%, by 30%. So this means that the beta value of that stock is very high. Okay. Similarly, when the Nifty is going down by 10%, the stock goes down by only 5% or even just 1%. That means the beta value is very low. So when Nifty goes up by 10% and that stock goes up by 20%, this means that the beta value of that stock is 2. Okay. So this is a rough idea to explain you what is a beta value. Now, before I come to more explanation on the implied volatility part, I will give you a live example of my own chart and how you lose money over the implied volatility. So here on the sample, I am taking two videos of my own. The first one is the 1st April prediction, where I will show you the options data and how implied volatility affects and when should you actually invest. When is the time to buy an option or to sell an option, and how can you use this implied volatility for the benefit of your trading on options. Okay, so this was the 1st April. I'll show you the chart of 31st March first. Let's see my video of 31st March.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Nifty Challenge.
And I will show you where I showed you the options data. Just a moment, let me come to the...
Will be a good short covering that it has to go below 33,600, and just a moment. So on the 1st April part, if you see today, there was...
Okay, I think the data is not very clear. Just a moment, I can see if it becomes clear.
See, there are a lot of good supports on the downside.
Let's see if it shows better in this video.
You see today there was a...
Okay, so this is the chart of 31st March. 31st March, this is the options data. I hope you can clearly see it now. Let us see two examples and then I'll show you the chart, how Nifty behaved, and I will try to explain you how to trade in implied volatility with these examples. So now, as you know, I have given you customary value, what implied volatility is. It is different on different day, and now we will understand how implied volatility varies with the daily trading style. So let's see these values on the put side and on the call side both. So on the call side, 14,900 has a price of 78 rupees and 23.7 is the implied volatility. 14,800 has an implied volatility of 25 and the price of 132. Coming on the put side, you see the implied volatility on 14,800 is 23.9 and the price is 83.95, whereas 14,900, 129 and 22.58. Just note this down, remember this, and now we'll come to the data, what happened on the market on the next day. So this was on 31st March. I hope you remember the values. And let's come to the next day now, on 1st April.
And welcome back to Nifty Challenge.
Before this, I'll just show you the charts of these days, what happened in these markets on that particular day. So this is on 31st March. See, market formed a red candle on this day. You see the opening of the market here, if you have to check it in this area when I place a cursor. So the opening of the market was at 14,811. The high made by the market was 14,813. The low made by market was 14,670 and the closing was at 14,690. So market closed at 14,690 in this area, and it is not a very big, but okay, a medium sized candle you can say. Now let's see what happened on the next day. So on 1st of April, let me come directly to the options part.
much, but it is a possibility going up to here. Okay, let's come to the options data, guys. On the options data,
Okay, so if you remember, see, the market gave a fall on that particular day. On a previous day, it was a fall, and the next day, now this is the data of, I'm sorry about that, that was 30th April data. Let me come back because the video is prediction of 31st. So let me come back. So that was on 30th of April. Market formed a big green candle. In this area, the opening was 628, high was 876, low was 617, and closing was 845. Now see, on this day, I have showed you the option data. The next day, market has opened at a high, that is 14,811, and then fallen up to 690. So we will see what changes happened in the market, and then I'll explain you what is the Vega value in the options that we talk about. All right. So on the next day, you see, now 14,800 put was nearly 83, if you remember, around 83 rupees, and then next day the market has fallen. The market has fallen by 200 points, and the put has only changed by 50 rupees. You see this, you have lost a lot of money. In fact, if I could show you the data, when the next day when market opened also at 14,800, this put would have been lower than the closing of the previous day. This happens because of the change in implied volatility. Whereas you see on the call sides, see, the call has become 34 rupees. The IV is still high. The IV has not changed much, but the call has fallen so much. Okay, I hope you will just get a rough idea what I'm trying to explain you. Let's come to the point where the IV changes. Now let me explain you how IV is changed with these candles every day. So what happens when market is forming these big candles? You see the size of the candle. Make a thumb rule. Never ever trade into options on these longer candles into the market. The longer the candles, the higher is the implied volatility in the market. The smaller the candles, the smaller is the implied volatility in the market. Just see this data on 26th of March, a small doji. Let's see this data on 23rd of March. And okay, a smaller candle, I can see the all are big candles. Probably this is the smallest, that is on 9th of April. Let me show you the value of IVs on 9th of April, if we can get it.
hi guys, and welcome back to Nifty Challenge. I hope you had reason Bank Nifty has been consolidated. Okay, coming to so I'll just show you. Yeah,
See, the value of implied volatility is when a smaller candle is formed 18, 17, 16. Whereas I just showed you on the previous times. Sorry for that. Just hang on. As I showed you on a bigger candle on 31st March, these values were in 20s, 22, 23, 24. So first thumb rule which you need to learn is never invest, never go into buying of options or even selling of options at a high implied volatility value. So whenever market makes a small candle, when the candles are small, these are best times for options trading. Best times for options trading. Just a moment. At this area, if you see this candle, if you see this day when a small candle is formed, if you buy, if you see the IV of the option is below 16, 17, it can come up to 8, 9 as well. In this area is best to buy a both sided option if you are not sure. 101% you will make profit on the next day. Whenever there are smaller candles, the implied volatility is much lesser. Whereas when there are big candles, if you buy options, if you sell options in these areas, the next day, any kind of candle is formed, you will not make profits. Write it down. So always look for opportunities to invest when the IV is very, very low in the market. Now I'll explain you what is Vega value in the IVs. Just a moment. So what we do, guys, when we are on a, as I explained to you, when we are on a lower candle in the market, when the small candle is formed, that tells you that usually you will monitor on that day the IVs are quite low. Now if market continues to form smaller candles and the IVs continue to stay on a lower range, but the advantage that you get is that the prices of the options do not vary so much. The losses and the profits are very minimum in that cases, and that is what are the good times when you can create spreads or you can create hedge positions in that places, because either side movement, any increase on the IV in the further days will definitely benefit you on both the sides. So that is how I also give calls to my students when, depending on the low IV value when it is there, that is when I give spread calls. It's not I give them a hedge call or a spread call every day. Let's understand some important things in the market which I want to show you. Now, to calculate the intrinsic value, now first let me explain you what is an intrinsic value of a stock, of a underlying commodity or the index or whatever option which you are trading in. So the important thing is that see, if you bought a option, अगर आपने कोई option, कोई call option 1 तारीख को खरीदा है, सपोज निफ्टी है 14,500 पे और आपने 14,600 का कॉल 1 अप्रैल को लिया और 29 अप्रैल की एक्सपायरी है, तो आपने उसके लिए 200 रुपये का प्राइस दिया, तो आपने वो 200 रुपये का प्रीमियम दिया. नाउ विथ टाइम डिके, जैसे जैसे आज 15 तारीख हो गई, 20 तारीख हो गई, 20 तारीख होते होते मार्केट वहीं की वहीं है, लेकिन वो ऑप्शन का प्राइस हो गया 20 रुपये. तो दैट इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू इज़ बेसिकली द डिफरेंस व्हाट यू हैव पेड देन बाइंग दैट ऑप्शन than what you would have paid now if you bought the same option. This is the difference, and that is how you get the intrinsic value of that particular strike. I hope you understood it. Now this intrinsic value basically depends on 5 things. The most important of them is, all of them basically, they are delta, gamma, theta, vega and rho. So delta is basically the hedge ratio, gamma is the rate of change of delta, theta is the time decay. Theta is something that eats the premium of your option. The most important thing that eats is theta. The value of delta is usually between 0 and 1. For a call option it is a positive 0 to positive 1, and for a put option it is always negative 0.1 to negative 1. It will never be 0. Both of them will never be 0. Now Vega is a sensitivity to the volatility which you have to monitor when you go for buying on the options. So for the explanation part, I have used the Zerodha console. On Zerodha itself, you have this in the tools section. You can go to this software if you are using Zerodha. Otherwise, there is Samco, there is Greek indicator. You call, because they are called Greeks of options. This alpha, theta, and all are called Greeks of options. So on this part, let's see, on a spot part, I have taken that Nifty is right now at a spot of 14,300, and you have to take a strike price of 14,500, and the expiry is on 29th of April. Alright, at a IV of 18, let me see what are the values that you are paying. So take a look here. The premium of the call that you are paying right now is 38.99 rupees at this IV. A put option premium will be this much, 227. If you are buying a put of 14,500 at a spot of 14,300, you are paying 227 basically. 200 is the difference itself and 27 extra. The delta is 0.246 for the call and minus 0.754 for the put side. Now this I can explain you in another video about each of them and how they affect, but let me explain you how to go about options in this video itself. Now this is an important part that you note, that is the option Vega, and this is the theta that eats up the money, that eats up the premium of your options. Now to show you an example, see, if I come to a previous expiry, if I come to, suppose 26 is today, today is 26 market opening, suppose I come to expiry on 27th, you see the difference that will change in the values. See, in that case, your premium will reduce by 15 rupees from 38 to 15. So if you go on a call side on this particular day and the market stays here, you will still lose 38 minus 15, a 23 rupee of premium on your call options, whereas a 17 rupees premium on your put options. See, the theta is increasing. This theta will keep increasing as and when the time nears. See, the Vega of the options have also reduced. Now this is directly affecting the strike which you are buying, and this directly affects on the volatility. Now when I am telling you why to buy options on a lower volatility, suppose you bought when the IV was around 9, you will see the change itself. First let me go to the previous expiry what we took and see this. At a low volatility you would have paid a premium of only 5 rupees for this particular strike if the IV was at this area. And you see, if I change the date to 27th, you will only lose a 5 rupees. So you lose much lower values in case you buy options at a lower implied volatility. This is what is my basic motto of explaining in this video, because as I told you, I'll take a lot of videos to explain you the entire concept of implied volatility. But to practice this calculator on Zerodha, take a look at it. You will learn how these data changes, how this changes, and you will automatically come to know which are the better strikes to buy, where to buy options, where to sell options. And this Theta is a very good friends of option sellers also, to let you know. Alright guys, I hope this is a good content to give you a pretty more idea about options trading, and this series will continue, because I'm telling you, I cannot explain you in one go. It will take a lot of time to explain you this concept of entire options and volatility trading. Thank you so much, and please like, subscribe.